Presumably Bowen and Keane and co, Albanese, Perrottet, whomever, know more than the research by Bjorn Lomborg reveals. Writes Lomborg, quote, in rich countries such as Germany and Spain and Australia, and Matt Canavan and Terry McCrann and Andrew Bolt have said this a million times. He says of those countries, most solar and wind would never have been installed if not for subsidies. Says Lomborg, solar and wind are incapable of delivering the power needed for industrialisation, powering water pumps, tractors and machines, all the ingredients needed to lift people out of poverty, unquote. And he says, as rich countries are now discovering, solar and wind remain fundamentally unreliable. No sun or wind, he says, means no power. Battery technology offers no answers. Globally, he writes, there are only enough batteries to power global average electricity consumption for 1 minute and 15 seconds. He writes, even by 2030, with a projected rapid battery scale-up, they would last worldwide, providing power for less than 12 minutes, unquote. Bowen and Keane and co are not listening. Our energy armageddon is around the corner because, as Lomborg says, this is why the rich world is on track to continue to rely mostly on fossil fuels for decades. The International Energy Agency estimates that if all current climate promises are delivered, fossil fuels will still constitute 2/3 of the rich world's energy by 2050. Lomborg quotes, but of course here we're trying to shut them all down. Where will we be? Lomborg quotes are leading to the hypocrisy of all this ban fossil fuel rubbish. The Nigerian vice president, who has said, and I quote, no one in the world has been able to industrialise using renewable energy, unquote. Well, in particular, because of this fictitious climate change nonsense, denying the developing world itself the use of fossil fuels, says Lomborg prophetically, and this applies to us, this is where we're heading, says Lomborg, insisting that the world's poor, but you could just say the world's population, insisting that the world's poor live without fossil fuels is virtue signalling that plays with other people's lives, unquote. And that's it. You either believe Lomborg or you believe Bowen and his green mates in the Labor and the Liberal parties. And if you believe Lomborg, together we've got to do something about it. You get a chance in New South Wales on March 25. My own view is the Liberal government in New South Wales does not only deserve not to be returned, it has earned outright rejection. As one of my viewers emailed me today to say, on the Lismore flood issue alone, they don't deserve support. And then there is this playing with people's lives with an energy policy that, I repeat, is an economic suicide note.